if you can just share a little bit about what was important to you for the 4 Gifts of Love class.
Okay, good morning. I guess the experience would be, it was an avenue for us to be able to talk about stuff that we would normally not talk about. We have issues. All of us have issues about, we talked about earlier, giving love, receiving love. And we wouldn't talk about that with our spouses on the normal because you don't want to get into that conversation. Then there was the class. For us, it's a tool. It's a very practical tool, just so that we can get into the meaty parts of your relationship. It provided us that avenue to introspect, really. More so not to look at, they were very clear about it, not to look to your spouse or to find something that he or she would try to improve on, but really an introspection and really that opportunity to find it in yourself how you're able to, or what is it that you're able to contribute to the marriage, how you can work it out really, and that it is the most important relationship next to God that will affect everything else. If our marriage isn't the priority, then everything else that you find important, you'll be amiss about it.
We've been married for 26 years, by the way. Did not start right. 2 words that I can tell you guys about what this class has taught us. There's hope and redemption. Hope because it has really opened up our eyes once again that God is continually in the business of redeeming, especially our marriages. They say that in order to build the right foundation, you need to level down the playing field. And this class is something like, that's what's going to teach you. And we're able to see eye to eye. We're able to understand, taught by this class, on how we need to be towards each other. For me personally, it has brought clarity. And where we're headed to as husband and wife, it has also taught me marriage should not be a duty. It's a delight. You can go through your married life with joy and happiness. And I think that's how God exactly designed it to be.
It's just an hour and a half at the maximum per week. So yes, we have assignments in between, but that even, the assignments in between was our opportunity to, again, introspect. And also there's time to be together. So that's already your captured time for each other. And then after that 8th week, it's like towards the 7th, it's like, oh no, just 1 class left. You're panicking because 1 class left. So in a way, it seems like, oh, 8 weeks, that's a long shot. But it's really gonna breeze through quickly. So, and you'll be enjoying. It's very practical, it's fun and funny, and very amusing as well. We teach the class not because we're experts. We're really not experts. We're there. I think the privilege of teaching the class is because you get reminded once again. You're not there because you're perfect at it or you've gone through it, you've taught the class, but really it's more a reminder for us. I think we need the class the most. That's why we're teaching it again and again.
That's why I teach the class. Phil and I are still teaching the class, and it really helps us a lot to just be reminded ourselves. Now you guys are facilitators as well.
Yes.
So why don't you quickly give us a little, why should people take the class, and how would you encourage them?
Yes. Well, I guess I'll start by saying that when we took this, we were married for more than 10 years before we took this class. So by the time we took the class, our marriage was already in a better place. Yet, we wanted to keep getting better at it. Having gone through the first 10 years of our marriage not really knowing how to do marriage right. No, so we were already in a better place, but we wanted to get better.
Yeah.
And I like that the class is called 4 Gifts of Love. And for someone who's quite performance oriented, the class helped me assess myself as a lover. Like, if this is the most important relationship on earth as God designed it. So,
I love it.
the 8 weeks, it causes you to look at things that you've never really thought you should look at as a member or a part in the marriage. So that helped. It helped me assess and convict me, give me consciousness and convict me on how to be a better spouse. One of my best takeaways really is the Love Busters. And yeah, so it gave a label to what I was doing wrong and what I should correct if I'm going to be the best lover as on earth. Yeah, that's for me.
Woo.
What's the beautiful thing about this program is that on top of the concepts that they've taught, is they give you tools. They give you tools of how to do it. Two things which we've been doing is using that statement, I'd love it if. We've been using that. Well, of course, during the first time that we're doing it, it's going to be awkward. Parang, really? But you get used to it. Parang it's like a muscle that you have to
Yes.
train yourself to do it. And also the negotiation. We've been using that a negotiation skill where I think that's a 2 for me. Or that's a 5 for me.
Wow.
So there's a lot more that you're going to learn in the class. So take it, guys. And then there's just one more story I want to say. The first time that we took it, which was like pre-pandemic, so it was like face to face, we almost did not finish the class. Okay, we were absent in the last session, but then Dr. Jen and Phil, they were so gracious. They took us out for lunch just to finish that session, and they paid for lunch. So. And just to pay forward. So every time now that we do the last session, we take the couples out for lunch, and then just to pay forward. So again, thank you, Dr. Jen and Phil.
Wow. Wow, that all touches my heart.